The United Kingdom is a union of 4 nations: England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, each with its own languages and unique food traditions. Just as an English breakfast, Scottish haggis, or Welsh cakes are iconic to their respective cultures, these dishes are not collectively referred to as British breakfast and British haggis or British cakes. Doing so would dilute their cultural significance and heritage. Similarly, Tamil curry has been a culinary tradition of the Tamil people for over 3 millennia. If historical evidence is sought, it can be traced back as far as 3,200 years. However, the concept of India as a unified nation came into existence only in 1858 under British colonial rule, while Sri Lanka, then Ceylon, was officially formed in 1833. Both British India and British Ceylon were products of colonialism, much like the formation of the United Kingdom itself. The Tamil people, however, have lived in these regions long before these political entities were created. Over the centuries, Portuguese, Dutch, Danish, French, and finally British colonizers came and went. Even in the first millennium BCE, the Romans and Greeks traded with the Tamil regions. Curry and the Tamils, a deep-rooted heritage. The word curry has long been associated with Tamil cuisine, which has been vibrant and evolving for millennia. It is misleading to call it Indian curry, a label that became popular during colonial times, but doesn't do justice to its true origins. The evolution of curry. In a surprising moment of recent history, former British Foreign Secretary Robin Cook, during a state visit to India, requested his favorite Indian curry, chicken tikka masala, in New Delhi. To his astonishment, chefs at top hotels in Delhi were unfamiliar with the dish. Many British writers and journalists who visited India have shared similar experiences. Why was Robin Cook disappointed in Delhi? Cook's disappointment stemmed from the fact that he went to India with an idea of Indian curry, much like someone visiting Wales or Birmingham in England and asking for British haggis. Just as this person would need to go to Scotland to enjoy authentic Scottish haggis, Cook's experience would have been different had he sought out Tamil curry, a centuries-old tradition. To enjoy the curry he had in mind, he should have visited Chennai, formerly Madras, in South India, or Jaffna in northern Sri Lanka, regions where Tamil curry has flourished for millennia. Upon returning to the UK, Cook famously declared that chicken tikka masala was a British dish, symbolizing its adoption and adaptation in British culture. This sent a strong message to the market, and the branding of Indian curry began to weaken. Japanese curry enters the scene. Recently, the Japanese curry chain Koko Ichibanya opened a restaurant in Delhi, and their manager remarked, "We have landed in our ultimate destination, the land of curry." While this statement highlights the popularity of curry, it also reveals a misunderstanding of the dish's cultural and regional significance. Just because Indian curry is well known around the world doesn't mean curry is universally linked with every part of the Indian subcontinent. It's similar to opening a haggis restaurant in Belfast and boasting, "We've arrived in the land of haggis," just because Belfast is in the UK. Haggis is inherently Scottish, just as Tamil curry is tied to the Tamil regions of South India and Sri Lanka. This kind of oversimplification reflects a lack of awareness of the historical and geographical contexts of the dishes they promote. Understanding these nuances is vital when presenting a culinary tradition, whether it's Japanese curry or Tamil curry, especially in a country as diverse and historically rich as India. The evolution of curry. In response to the weakening brand of Indian curry, curries from other nations began to flood the UK market. Today, we see Vietnamese curry, Thai green and red curry, Japanese curry, Caribbean curry, and many more vying for attention. Meanwhile, over 90% of Indian curry houses in the UK are actually run by Bangladeshis, leading to the rise of what is now called Bangladeshi curry. At one point, this even led to confusion within the UK government regarding chef visas for Indian restaurants, as many chefs were being recruited from Bangladesh rather than India. A representative from the Bangladesh Catering Association famously stated that the curry industry was no longer Indian or Bangladeshi, but British. This has left customers confused about what authentic curry really is. What started as Indian curry has now morphed into a vast array of curries from different countries, including Sri Lankan, Pakistani, Thai, Japanese, Mauritian, South African, and even British curry. The curry crisis. With the rise of competing versions of curry, the UK has seen curry houses closing down at an alarming rate. This phenomenon has been termed the curry crisis. Consumers, in their quest for authentic flavors, have begun looking elsewhere for traditional dishes. The Portuguese influence on Tamil curry. The Tamil curry tradition experienced a renaissance when the Portuguese arrived in Tamil regions in the late 15th century. They introduced chilies, tomatoes, potatoes, and many other vegetables, nearly 130 varieties in total. This marked the beginning of the post-chili era of curry. The Portuguese played a significant role in spreading curry to other regions, including Malacca, Malaysia, and Macau, China, both of which were Portuguese colonies. From there, curry traveled to Thailand, Korea, and Japan. The Dutch, meanwhile, introduced curry to Indonesia and South Africa through their colonial enterprises. The famous peri-peri sauce was also a product of this era. After the Emancipation Act of 1833, the British and French transported Tamils to their colonies in the Caribbean, Burma, Malaysia, South Africa, Mauritius, Réunion, and Vietnam. This is why curry can now be found in these regions, demonstrating how deeply intertwined Tamil curry is with global cuisine, cultural heritage, and authenticity. If we respect English breakfast as a part of English heritage and Scottish haggis as a part of Scottish heritage, then we must acknowledge that Tamil curry is a traditional heritage of the Tamil people. While these dishes remain vibrant within their respective cultures, it is unjust to dilute their significance by calling them by names that erase their cultural origins. Let's celebrate and enjoy these dishes in their authentic forms, preserving their true cultural legacies. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thanks for watching.